Today on XYZ with Erik, Zachary, everything Met Gala, from the looks, from the rule breaking to the social rule breaking.
The controversial.
Racist underwear.
She wearing racist panties,
Question
y'all.
mark. We'll talk about that. The new Mission Impossible popcorn bucket that has a 2-part key.
We're mad.
Required to open it. You're going to be at the theater trying to watch Mission Impossible and not able to get into your
You're in the dark
bucket.
doing a puzzle for your popcorn.
Skype is no more. Speaking of tech, we're running back what's trending in tech headlines. Test YZ in studio version, testing Tamara and Jordan on their pop culture knowledge. Spoiler, neither of them do great. More about nothing, your T-Mobile topic, and more. XYZ with Erik, Zachary starts.
Oh, this again.
Now.
There we go.
Fairly.
That was yeah, my bad.
Now. The 2025 Met Gala went down recently in New York, and while there's many headlines for us to dive into, which we will do next with Tamara Dia, our entertainment correspondent, there seems to be one rising above the rest, which is Lisa, a member of BLACKPINK, a singer, songwriter, rapper.
Yes.
That had a very distinct look.
They got Lisa in racist panties, y'all. Lisa is on the carpet wearing racist panties. Now, if you don't know, her look styled by Louis Vuitton, Pharrell overseeing it all, that's a whole different story. Mm-hmm. But in the embroidery, there are stitched prominent historic black figures, and it's not just the panties.
It's a full bodysuit.
It's the full bodysuit,
Yeah.
but Rosa Parks is depicted on the panties.
It's assumed she's depicted.
Yes, which
striking resemblance.
Yes, and everybody is upset that is tone deaf and rude.
Yeah.
Which I agree, girl. They got you out here in racist panties.
The Met Gala theme, if you didn't know, is super fine, tailoring black style, celebrating black dandyism and its impact on fashion and identity.
Yes.
Which you can see the correlation and the intent behind it.
It makes total sense, but
it's the implementation.
It is the equivalent of putting Martin Luther King on a club poster with strippers and bottles promoting MLK weekend deals. It's just tone deaf and wrong. And if I'm getting a little heady, Lisa, you're a rapper. You owe a lot of your success to black culture. So you should do a little bit more just in terms of knowing what is okay to wear and what's not, because they got you out here in racist panties, girl.
XYZ with Erik, Zachary. It's your XYZ ENT Entertainment Report, all brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts, your professional parts people. Now, we were already talking about it a little bit.
Yes.
The Met Gala going down recently in New York, but here with the latest and the deep dive of all of the different looks and the news that's trending and entertainment, pop culture things.
That's right.
Tamara Dia. Hi, Tamara.
Hello, how you guys doing?
We're good. We're good. Let's talk about this. Give us the recap, because we already know Rihanna's pregnant, but I'm sure you'll put that at the end. So starting with the Met Gala looks, things that are making headlines.
Okay, well, in case you didn't hear, Rihanna is pregnant. But yeah, some of the bigger looks is that Zendaya showed up wearing, well, I guess someone else showed up wearing the same outfit as Zendaya, which is one of the biggest fashion faux pas you can make, let alone on the red carpet of the Met Gala.
Yeah.
It was actress Anna Sawai.
Yes.
So that was just kind of tragic.
I feel like that falls on the designer, because don't they do like exclusivity deals? Like you can't let someone else wear this?
Yeah, well, it falls really on the stylist. So that's, it's just like, it should not happen, especially not at this level, especially not with someone like Zendaya,
Right.
who's a
Fair.
red carpet staple. So this was a huge faux pas, even though she looked amazing, but then we just saw the same look twice.
I feel like this happened last year too. Someone else.
You just got to do
Two
the
dresses.
Spider-Man point.
No.
When you see
Yes,
each other. That
agreed.
just locks it in immediately. You know?
And that's like a double entendre because Zendaya's in Spider-Man. So there you go.
Oh, look
And
at
she's
that.
dating Spider-Man.
Yes.
Oh, boom. Triple entendre.
There's 3 Spider-Man pointing at each other. There you go. Anything else noteworthy from the Met Gala, Tamara?
Oh, just a lot of the partying. I mean, Usher was performing inside the Met Gala, and there are little, sometimes some photos will sneak out, and there is a photo of him doing the cherry bit with Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
So, like during his Las Vegas show, he'll, allow a woman to
Get nasty.
basically feed a woman a cherry, and he picked Sabrina Carpenter. So that's a fun little inside scoop.
I'm glad you brought her up. I thought Sabrina Carpenter looked dope until you Google Bugs Bunny orchestra conductor.
Yeah,
That is
or
hilarious.
there's a very specific scene from Sex and the City, which I know about because that's what my mom raised me on.
Right.
Where she becomes fashion roadkill. Carrie falls on the
Oh,
runway.
yes. Oh my gosh.
And
Great
it's
scene.
almost the same exact outfit.
Nice.
Yeah, look, I just thought it was plain. Like, I don't mind a pantless look, but it just felt like I really wish they would have added maybe a garter to it. It's very on brand for
Especially
Sabrina's
for her.
personal style. Like, it just needed something more.
You know, I was thinking the exact same thing, Tamara. I'm glad that we're right here, right on the same path. It's XYZ with Erik, Zachary, your XYZ ENT entertainment report, all brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts, your professional parts people. As we prepare for Mission Impossible, the final reckoning out on May 3rd, they have
23rd.
Yeah, that would make sense because May 3rd's already happened.
Yes.
They have announced the upcoming popcorn bucket for Mission Impossible.
Now, the film is based around Tom Cruise's character finding something called the cruciform key. It's going to stop the bad guy or whatever. But because of that, they built the popcorn bucket around this, and you need a key within a key to open your popcorn. You're going to have so many people fighting.
It's a two-part key.
Yeah, it's a two-part key
man.
that then you got to use to unlock your popcorn bucket, and no one's going to be watching the film. Everybody's going to be trying to get to their food.
I get it's a collector's item, but if you remove that mindset for just a second, these things are cumbersome. They're not fun to I got a Paddington in Peru one when I went to Sinners.
What?
You know how annoying it was to carry that thing around?
You got a Paddington in Peru popcorn bucket
At Sinners. Yes, it's in my closet now because it's a very nice popcorn bucket.
That's hilarious.
More About Nothing, all brought to you by Optima Tax Relief. Some history behind the movie Sinners, which is doing very, very well in the box office, rightfully so. Jordan thought I was being hyperbolic when I said it's probably the best movie I've seen in 18 months.
Yes, but I saw it, and now I totally agree. Please, if you have not seen it,
go see it.
Stop everything you're doing. Go check it out.
So without ruining anything, without any spoilers, a little fun history behind one of the scenes in the movie.
So there's a part in the movie where you've got this kind of melding of cultures between black dancers and Irish jig or Irish step music. And I've seen some comments online that are like, that would never happen in real life.
Actually,
in the 1800s in New York City, what used to be a area or neighborhood called Five Points. You should just look up 5 Points in New York for the 1800s. Crazy crime story in general, but it primarily consisted of formerly enslaved Africans and Irish immigrants, and a lot of cultures came together. They'd have these dance halls there, which eventually would be the birthplace of tap dance.
Huh.
Yeah, because of
Interesting. That makes sense.
Yeah, it started, I mean, I want to say 5 Points is now like Chinatown, Columbus Park area. Not that that's important. But it was crime-ridden. It was a very poor area. You had a lot of people off the boat from Ireland, a lot of people who were coming up from the South after getting freed. So there was not a lot of, money or government assistance there, kind of a no man's land.
That makes sense because obviously, Irish river dancing in general is so hard to do, but it's not exactly, although it's, I don't want to not call it rhythmic because it is.
Sure, yeah.
But it doesn't have the same percussive nature that tap dance does.
Right.
So I could definitely see how African influence could make that a little more rhythmically pleasing, and
it's exactly,
that's so cool.
That's exactly where it came from.
Wow.
So,
and there's a scene in the movie. It's not ruining anything. We're just again, you're combining Black history with Irish history.
Yes.
And people are like, there's no world.
There's no world where that would happen.
Actually,
this is way too fictional.
The world is this world.
Yeah, it's the birthplace of 5 Points in Manhattan, now the birthplace of tap dance from the 80s.
For nothing either. Sinners in general is a just so historically accurate film, which I think a lot of people aren't expecting because they're like, there's vampires in it. But take that part out for a second.
Exactly. Remove the vampires.
The culture behind it, the music behind it.
Yes.
I can't implore you enough. Sinners in theaters now. It's XYZ with Erik, Zachary. More About Nothing, the history of tap dance. All brought to you by Optima Tax Relief. We hear all sorts of technological advancements coming out of China, of South Korea for the better, North Korea for the worse, other parts of the world.
Yes.
But it seems like Japan is just steadily and quietly and stealthily moving forward.
Yeah.
Without really making headlines until they're ready to do something.
Until they're ready to drop.
Which is kind of crazy.
They have a satellite that is going to be able to beam solar energy directly to them from space straight to Earth. This is going to revolutionize solar power in general. Meanwhile, in America, they got Lisa in racist panties.
Okay, you're back on. It's the idea of sending energy wirelessly from the space, back to Earth, and that's crazy, and that's super impactful and super important. And meanwhile, we have American billionaires fighting over rockets that they want to send barely into space.
And Lisa in racist panties.
And Katy Perry in space. That's my Lisa. XYZ.
That's fair.
Test YZ on XYZ with Erik, Zachary. It's all brought to you by Optima Tax Relief, with producer Trace taking some time off right now.
Yeah.
Tamra is stepping in to be a contestant on Test YZ, going head-to-head with Jordan.
Hello.
In pop culture trivia. Now, usually we go to the bars and we test drunk patrons, but
that's right.
Instead, we got Jordan and Tamra. So both of you take your respective shots, please.
Okay. Gulp, gulp, gulp.
Yeah.
Thank you for the theater of the mind there, Jordan.
Yes.
No, pop culture trivia should be simple enough, but I put some twist in here because Tamra's an expert and Jordan semi-pays attention. So
that's accurate.
I'm going to ask the question. Wait for me to fully read the entire question, please.
Yes.
And then to buzz in, say your own name.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Question number 1. Which singer gave a brutally honest food review inside the 2025 Met Gala, breaking the no cell phones rule?
Jordan. Megan Thee Stallion.
Megan Thee Stallion is correct. Tamra, where are you at?
Clearly still getting my head in the game.
I didn't know my own name there.
Wake up. He almost said Tamra.
I did.
Question number 2. Nicole Kidman shocked fans with a cropped brunette bob new hairdo at the Met Gala. What cult favorite 2001 musical did she famously star in opposite Ewan McGregor?
Oh,
Jordan.
Jordan Tamra.
I'm gonna let Tamra answer.
I said Jordan first, and then she said Jordan.
Tamra, what is your answer?
Oh my God, I'm actually losing the name
Jordan,
right now. It's one of my
answer?
favorites.
Big Fish.
What?
No, it's
Mamma
not Big
Mia.
Fish. No, stop it.
God.
It's oh my gosh, I love that movie.
Star Wars.
Oh my God.
No, hold on.
2001 musical.
Yes, I know. It's based in Paris. It's like a burlesque.
Moulin Rouge.
Jordan.
Dang it.
Yes.
Wow. This
knew
is
what
a
it
lot
was.
more difficult than I thought it would be for two people that do this for a living.
I don't
my
think I've seen that
gosh.
movie all the way through.
Tamra, you still got time to come back because this third question is worth 3 points.
What?
I don't know. I'm
Great.
You just made that up.
making
No,
things
I
up.
love that. Let's go.
Jordan's at 2. Tamra's at
Rouge.
0.
I freaking love that
That's
movie.
too late, Tamra.
Yeah, right.
Question 3. Here we go. Ryan Coogler's Sinners, starring Michael B. Jordan as twins trying to open a juke joint in their hometown in Mississippi, is still crushing it in theaters. 4 weeks in, has 98% on Rotten Tomatoes, sold out screenings across the globe, and the internet is calling it Creed meets Color Purple meets Chaos. How old is Michael B. Jordan?
Jordan.
Tamra.
Jordan.
38.
Tamra?
34.
34 was your guess? 38 is dead on.
Is it?
He's
Is he
literally
38?
What?
38.
I totally took a shot in the
He
dark.
turned 38 February 7th of this
Wow,
year.
newly
Good.
38. Let's go, Jordan.
I was not, I got to be honest, expecting Jordan to get any of these. Tamra, we
got
might have to
smoked.
run this version back next week so
Yeah, I need to redeem
you
myself.
can get
that was
one.
great.
All right. I appreciate you both. How'd you do at home? XYZ with Erik, Zachary. Test YZ swept by Jordan. Test YZ is all brought to you by Optima Tax Relief. From the T-Mobile studios, it's XYZ with Erik, Zachary. For a great deal on an iPhone 16 Pro, head to T-Mobile.com. I got a T-Mobile topic for you, Jordan.
Yes.
This is a crazy story. Out of Lexington, Kentucky, Holly LaFavors,
Yep.
which kind of sounds like LaFlavors, which is funny when you hear this story, is a mom of son Liam who got a hold of her Amazon account while playing on her phone over the weekend and ordered 30 cases of Dum Dum Suckers. That is 70,000 lollipops.
That is absurd.
To the house.
That is wild.
The story has a happy ending. She contacted Amazon. Once the story went viral, Amazon not only refunded the money, they're letting her keep the lollipops. The internet was ready to help her buy it. But this is like a Costco level inventory of lollipops.
70,000 lollipops.
And they
That's
came
insane.
unwrapped, like the box says Dum Dum. So it's just like
Wow.
surrounding the house. But it leads me to the question. Did you ever accidentally or on purpose purchase something without your parents' knowledge?
Oh, yeah.
As a kid? What do you
Yes.
mean, oh, yeah?
Yep. When I was preteen, I memorized my mom's credit card number and then would just buy unfettered GameCube games all the time on Amazon as well. So I feel Liam for this. I got in so much trouble, by the way, too. I don't want you to think that this story has a happy ending. It doesn't. It ends with Jordan's parents' belt to Jordan's butt.
Okay. Did you get to play the game?
Oh yeah, I was playing the games.
I could
ruthlessly.
have seen your parents be like, "You're not touching the games."
Oh,
Like,
Metroid Prime, Bloody Roar.
all right. What's something that you purchased without your parents' knowledge or approval? I've got one too. We'll talk about it next. Let us know. XYZ content on Instagram. write in and we'll break it down. Just a few. Hang on. XYZ with Erik, Zachary. What is something that you purchased without your parents' knowledge or approval when you were a kid or a teenager before you had your own money, right? You had access to their. Hopefully this wasn't as an adult. You just stole their bank account information. But this is stemming from a mom out of Lexington, Kentucky, whose son ordered 30 cases of lollipops while he had access to her Amazon account. Story has a happy ending.
Good for him.
The kid Liam has some developmental issues. That's why he, made poor decisions here. So Amazon was like, "Hey, we're gonna go ahead and refund the money. You can keep the lollipops." But
I'm glad you gave that information. That doesn't help me because I just bought stuff with my mom's money.
Which is why you deserve to get in trouble. for that.
I did.
Liam couldn't help it, but I also I'm just reminded of this. There was a moment when I got real into poker as like a 12-year-old. Yeah. Right? And my parents took me to Vegas, and I couldn't do anything in Vegas. Obviously, I had to stay in the room. When not that they left me in the room, but there was one moment where my parents were like, all right, we're going to go down to the tables for a minute.
Sure.
Before dinner, take a nap. And I was like, I'm 12. So I looked up online poker.
Wow.
And this is right at the point where before it was illegal and then made illegal again and all this other, you were able to do offshore poker betting. And I used my dad's credit card.
So not only were you using your parents' money, you were committing a crime.
I think we're more than 10 years outside of it. Yeah.
Wow.
I, as an underage juvenile, I may have potentially briefly been involved in online gambling, which I cannot recommend.
Yeah, don't follow.
However, I did win more money, so my dad could only get so mad before he just shut it down. He's like, "Don't talk about this." But honestly, my mom hearing this on the radio might be the first time that she hears about this.
Whoops.
It's XYZ with Erik, Zachary. What's something you did with your parents' money as a kid that did not have their approval or knowledge? XYZ content on Instagram.